beautiful.
I found a guy that made D45s originally. It's heavy. It's a heavy guitar.
I'm so lonesome I could cry. Sing it, Rick. Did you ever see?
Did you ever see
A night so long, the time went crawling by. The moon just went.
the moon just went behind the cloud, not a cloud,
To hide its face and cry. Did you ever hear a robin sing when he's too blue to fly? That means he's lost his will to live. I'm so lonesome I could cry. I'm so lonesome I could cry.
Yeah, man, never sounded so good.
Well, that's a fine guitar.
Thank you, buddy.
Goes good with a bus.
Yes, it does. This is a
wonderful piece.
Flexible bus driver's uniform tie clip. So back in the days when you were a bus driver, you
Sure.
had a tie and a hat, you know,
Sure.
a little goofy hat, and that's what this is about.
Where'd you get that? Do you remember?
You know, I don't. I've had it for 15 years. I don't remember where I got it, but it would have been on one of the flexible meets.
If I only had a tie.
It's it.
Get it.
But you can stick it in your jacket or something. You know, you can make it work.
You know what's really amazing about this? The first thing that Rick walked up today and presented me was this picture here that he took of Clarence White. What about 1970, 71?
No, that would have. Yes, it would have been '69. It was the Sweetheart of the Rodeo tour.
Okay.
I didn't realize it.
Playing the guitar that I now have, and it's funny how guitars and buses and you know, all this stuff comes together at the same place. And what else is interesting to me is that this place right here is where I met Dave Wright the last time.
That's right. Yeah, I heard the story.
That'll teach him to come to the show.
Exactly. Here, man.
Thank you. That's beautiful.
It tells you something about me.
Well, there you go. I remember, Dave, you need to get in on this conversation, Dave. We were talking about, when you and I met here the last time, we started talking about buses. The first thing, you brought me a piece of Johnny Cash's bus and some leather pieces from Nudie's Rodeo Taylor. But you and I were on the phone the next morning talking about flexible brand buses.
Cool.
And the next thing I know,
Here
your
we go.
bus was on its way to Florida.
Right. Man, that's just such a great story.
That didn't take 3 days. Boom,
Wow.
and here it is.
Yep.
When
Wonderful.
it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right?
The soul of a band, the heart and soul of a band, the bus has so much to do with that, doesn't it?
I agree with you, and the other thing is that people recognize it. And one time I'm driving up the interstate, and at one time I had a CB radio in here, and big long hill just north of Burlington, and a couple of truckers, semis are coming down the hill, and one says to the other one, "There goes the guitar man." I said, "Oh, not known for playing guitar, but just the fact it was music,
Yeah.
and they recognized it from that point."
But isn't that wonderful to be that guy in the community?
Well, it is.
And, you know, Rick and the boys, there they go, in the Mighty Pickle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Well, our goal was to honor the Mighty Pickle and to carry it and give it a new legacy. And it is at the right place in Mississippi,
man.
which makes you a part of it.
Oh man, I'm just thrilled with it, and it's just so first class all the way around, Dave. You know,
Well, that's
tell you
Dave.
something, man.
That's Dave.
A lot of it's Marty too. All these designs, all the embellishments and all these things. One thing I learned in doing this, when Marty comes up with an idea, you might think, I don't think so. Except you better do it because it's always right. When it's all done, it's always right.
You mean like the saddlebag there?
Pretty much.
Well, that's
What are you talking about?
That was Terry's idea. He said, "Why don't we put a saddlebagger?" Terry's
Yeah.
Langford is the leather
Yeah,
guy.
I saw the
he's one.
video.
He's like what you're talking about. You can talk about an idea with him, and you don't have to talk about it anymore. It's done, right?
And you know it's going to be
And
done
it's gonna
right.
be exactly
And
right.
it's,
Wonderful.
And it's going to
That's
be
very
exciting.
cool.
Yeah, it's always good.